Hi, good morning. It's Dr. Tammy. Today's journey notes, I wanted to just kind of talk a little bit about the mind, body, spirit component. And I know that's so cliche. So many people say the mind and the spirit and all that playing in, but it's so important. I think that so many times we just get so busy with life, and a lot of times with patients, I say, it's that time in life because they're coming to talk about their hormones or their menopausal that we call it a midlife crisis, and I like to reframe that and call it sort of a midlife awakening. But with that comes sometimes a lot of anxiety about transition in life and doing things different. And one of the things I like to say about here at Project Fabulous is that we really sell something different. I always say, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you always got. And so I just think it's so important to really think a different way. And we spend a lot of time with patients getting to know them so that we can really start to enact some change in them. And transition's always scary. We get in our comfort zones and we just want to stay there. But yesterday, I had some time at home and was looking through my Facebook a little bit and saw a negative comment from a patient who had a bad experience. And it wasn't with me, so I tried not to take that personally, but more with some transition that we've had in the practice, and we've had some changeover in our staff, and we've got some great people. I'm really excited about that. But I really kind of took it personal on some level and felt really yucky. And, I think that how we cope with things in our life really is a testimony to who we are. And, I've spent so much of my life just being afraid of confrontation, not taking responsibility for who I am. And so I really think it's so important when people have negative experiences with us that we take ownership in the part we played in that. And as we start to do that, we really start to think differently. And as we start to think differently, we can really make changes in our body physiologically. We can really start reaching those goals that we want to reach with our health, with starting to exercise and eat right and doing those things. But it really starts in the spirit and in the mind first. And so if you've come to a point where you're ready for a change, just thinking a little bit differently and taking ownership, responsibility for your own happiness, realizing you're not responsible for anyone else's happiness, but just do the best you can. There's a great resource that I love. It's called Toltec Rules, and it talks about 4 different principles for life. And one of them is not taking things personally. One is asking for clarification. And there's a few others that are really, really powerful. So I'm going to put a link to that on the Facebook page. But anyway, just some helpful things. And, when people say things, you can't take that personally, and just take responsibility for what you can change. And when you can help people in any way, and when you can be a better person, you can be a bigger person and say, I'm really sorry, and take ownership for that, then that really goes a long way towards making you a more authentic and real person. So, on those days when you just get in a funk and you feel like nobody likes you and you just want to be left alone and pull the covers up over your head, that is a learning opportunity. It's a transitional point for you, some emotional indicator that things aren't quite right in your life and that you really need to be authentic. And, when you're afraid of confrontation, that's just your body's way of saying, I'm just scared. And so don't let the fear take over. Be authentic, be real, say what you feel, and people will begin to understand that that's who you are, and then they can really count on that. And then they won't be afraid to show you who they really are too, and then your life really changes. So just small changes, but on your journey, I hope that you'll just reflect a little bit today to really be authentic with yourself and take ownership and responsibility for your own happiness. So anyway, I wish you a blessed day and stay fabulous.